Hey guys, Streaming Iraq Veteran here, back with another quick video. This is another video about Windows 11 because I just learned something else about the TMP connection that you're required to have for Windows 11 to even install. Couple things here. I guess from what I found out, not all motherboards have them. I don't actually have one on my motherboard, but any 8th gen or newer CPU is required for Windows 11 also that I just found out, and those have built-in TPMs built right into it. Now, as you see here, this is my manual for my motherboard, and I have a TPM module connector, so I can go out and buy a TPM module that fits this 14 minus 1, because it's a 14 minus this one here, 14 minus 1 TMP chip. So if I wanted to use an actual chip instead of what's built into my CPU, since I have an i9 9900K, um, I can go out and buy one. And you can look for something like this on Amazon. This is from Asus. It's currently not available on their thing. I found it somewhere else that I'm not sure if I'm going to link it in the description or not. I already started to make this video and I didn't think about it, but you can go out and buy something like this. Make sure you get the right connector because there's different connectors for these TPM chips or modules like this. So you can go out and buy a TPM module and still use possibly use Windows 11 because the two biggest requirements are secure boot excuse me, and TPM. You know, if you don't have TPM in your BIOS, but you have some kind of connector for the TPM, you can buy a TPM module like this, and that will give you the TPM that Windows 11 requires. And then, especially if your processor doesn't have it built in. I don't know about AMD, but I know my i9 has it, and I think anything above an 8th gen or higher have TPM built into it. So that's how I'm currently using it on my computer as we speak. I may make a video showing where to find it in the BIOS later on today, but I don't feel like doing it now. But you can look for something like this. I figured I'd leave it up here. It's just a little chip that matches my connector, which, as you see, my connector's the 14 minus 1 right there. And this is the exact same connection. So I would just plug it right in there, and that's the security chip. And it's not much to the board. I don't need one because I have it built into my, I guess, my CPU, which I didn't know that they did that on the CPUs until I just found out. So even if you have a recent board or a pretty decent board, like I do, I have a MSI Gaming Edge AC board, Z390, and this has it built into the CPU. I guess it doesn't have it on the actual board itself. But if you don't, this is the way around the TPM if you really want Windows 7. And as you can see, it's revision 2.0. You can see it zoomed in right there on the bigger picture, or if I do it this way, you can see that this is a 2.0 module. But it has to be 2.0 spec because 1.2 or 1.3 I guess is not good enough maybe. I don't know exactly. But all you gotta do is go out and find something like this, buy it, put it in your computer. If your computer has the connector that I showed you on the motherboard, which that's all the pin layout stuff that it's showing you, which 12 and 14 do nothing. Now 10, 12, and 14 do nothing. Well, 12 and 14 are just grounds, but they're really still nothing. No data or nothing, I mean. But as you can see, mine's above the second PCI Express 16 slot. If I want to go ahead and use something like that. Sorry about my yawning. I'm still tired, but I wanted to put this information out there before I forgot or just didn't do it. So, once again, really quickly, if you don't have TPM on your thing and it's not in your CPU, you can go out and buy a TPM module like this one and put it in your computer. Um, this one runs, I think it was like less than like 12 bucks or something like that. But as you see, it's not currently available. I found one for a little bit more. It's like 20. I might buy one anyways just to have it. An extra chip that's away from everything else. I don't know. I don't do any encryptions or anything like that, but it's required for Windows 11. Um, but like I said, I already have it on my computer, and I know I'm fine. I don't really need to buy one, so if I buy one, it's just for shits and giggles. So, but there is different ones. There's like one I think that can go actually into an M.2 slot, but I don't know how that works. So there is options. And for some reason, this is out of stock in a lot of places. There's very few places that have it, and the one place that does have it has like supposedly 60 of them. So they might have went and bought them up for cheaper because of what, 10 bucks or something. So they're charging twice as much for them. But if your computer's decent enough, you can actually just use the CPU, which that's what I'll probably be using. I don't know if I'm going to waste the money on this. Alright guys, I figured I'd bring this to your attention real quick since I just found out about these TPM chips themselves.